Hi guys, how you all doing? We are live. I am FPL Nymphrea and this is my first live stream on my channel for a very long time. I think since I started my channel actually. So I need you guys to let me know that everything's working brilliantly, and I need to know the sound's good, you can hear the music, you can see me okay. Hopefully all of those things will be fine. But yes, we're here to talk a little bit about my team initially, and then I've got a guest joining me in a second, and we're going to talk a bit about something else, a bit more fun. But yeah, this is my team at the minute. How are we all doing, guys? Quick look at the chat first. So we got Meg. Hey, Meg. We got Pengers. Hey, Pengers. John. Wow, it's the crew. It's the crew. We've got the whole crew in. Hey, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all excited for FPL. This is all good. So yeah, so this is my bench boost team, and yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm feeling a bit nervous. Obviously, you know, when I heard the Fleck news, I had a bit of a panic and suddenly kind of wondered whether I should revert maybe to my free hit idea, especially since I cannot seem to get Sterling out of my head as an option. Like, I literally cannot, like, I know he's going to go big. I know he is, but yeah, I decided to kind of be brave and just stick with what I've done because I just couldn't think about it anymore. I don't know about you guys, but my head was starting to go a little bit like crazy and I just couldn't think about it anymore whatsoever. So effectively, this is what I've come up with, and the main reason why I'm bench boosting, in all honesty, is because I'm not using my free hit chip, and I think an awful lot of people will be using their free hit chip, and that concerns me a little bit. So I want to like kind of cover that a little bit, I guess, and give myself a bit more of a chance to get some extra points to try and help with those, you know, free hits. Not only that, I couldn't look past having Saka as a main option in the team, because I really am hoping that he gets some game time and that he can, you know, get something against Brighton effectively. So with that, I kind of really wanted him, and then it was tough to look past a Sheffield attacker against Aston Villa. So when you think of it like that, it was like I would have a headache between Norwood and Saka, to be honest. And yeah, and I've just seen a team sheet as well, just so you guys know. Grealish is starting, so is McGinn, which was a bit of a shock for me. Did not expect that, and I would have loved a bit of Super John McGinn in my team if I'd known that was the case. But yeah, Norwood and Fleck are on that team sheet. So if that is a correct team sheet, then, you know, that little kind of waver, whether to go Fleck, whether to go Norwood. I mean, maybe you guys can help me out in the chat on that one. But yeah, between those two. But yeah, it's just a headache really trying to choose who to bench. And I'm thinking, what would I be happy with a bench boost in terms of points? And that was about 10 points. So if I can get that spread over what I have here, then, you know, I think that's a good bench boost. The other thing to say here is that I've used my unlimited transfers to get this team only simply because I have a plan next game week, and that is a -4, and it will take out Aguero and it will take out Grealish, and it's putting Mane back in, and then for anyone 7.1 or lower. So that allows me Ings, Jota, I think there was one other that I was looking at for that price. But yeah, just basically there's a couple of options in that spot at that price, but it allows me to get Mane back, most importantly, unless of course Liverpool have a chance to absolutely go all out and win it at Palace. Then I might consider using my free hit and getting Mane and Salah in for the week and doubling up on both of them. So yeah, definitely a lot to think about there. And that is my team, guys. The whole Norwood Fleck thing, not really sure about. So maybe, as I said, maybe you guys can kind of yeah, so maybe you guys could give me a shout on those two. But I think they're very similar in stats and points anyway. So with that, it's kind of like, oh, you know, I don't know which one to go for. I have heard that Norwood takes a few of the set pieces though, so that, you know, that's encouraging. Maybe there's not a whole lot of points in the two of them, believe it or not. Like I just seen Fleck in everybody's team, and I just kind of went for him, not really knowing if he was like, you know, the better option. But yeah, I think Norwood is just as close, so you know, we could argue all day about those two, I guess. The reason there's a lot of single game week players here, again, just to revert back to my original point, is that I am obviously, like, my team was set up on a wild card just a couple of game weeks before this started ago, and you know, I had the likes of Trent and Doherty in that team already, I had De Bruyne in that team already, I had Fernandes in that team already, and I had Jimenez in that team already, and I just don't want to lose them in this spine. I want to keep this spine basically going forward, so I'm, you know, and I had Aubameyang, sorry, so I'm not keen to really kind of change it up too much. But yeah, you know, at the bench, the other reason for the bench boost is just that it's just for a bit of fun, just to have a lot of fun and enjoy it. But effectively, this is my team. I hope you guys are all feeling pretty good about your teams. Right now, though, seeing as you have my bench boost team on view, and so that we get off air, I guess, for a little bit of time, so you guys can can still go away and do that last minute tinkering that we all love to do as FPL managers, I best bring in my guest. And before that, I'm just going to switch screens a second so that I can sign into the other account that I need to. But bear with me 2 seconds, I won't be very long, and I will see you guys in just a second. Hi guys, welcome back. Hopefully that wasn't too much of a potch and we weren't gone too long, but as you can see, we have Fantasy Football Focus on screen. Hey Graham, how you doing?
Hi, very well. Good to be back. Glad FPL's back as well.
Yes, me too, for sure. And yeah, if we have any new people in, please do subscribe to the channel. I need to know whether my fancy little graphics that happen when somebody subscribes works, so you'd really be helping me out on that one. but yeah, so Graham, are you all set? Is your team all done, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, I was tinkering back and forth constantly, couldn't make my mind up. You know what it's like, constant change. Hear a bit of information on Twitter and then you're like, oh, I've got to change that. That's a good point, actually. And it's a case of doing that, but I think finally I've got my team sorted, Nim. So fingers crossed it's the right one that's going to get me those points and a green arrow.
We've got the battle of the Nketiah and the Saka, haven't we, you and I?
Yeah, absolutely. Budget differential, but whether they start is the nervy bit. But
yes.
A bit of a punt for
True.
both, but I would have to admit to you that I think Saka is the more nailed on one to start. If you go back to form and everything and who last played, he deserves it anyway.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to say thank you to Fomni for liking and subscribing and everything. If it doesn't pop up this time, I will look at it, but I think there's been some talk that if you've got private set in your settings, then it doesn't show up. So I'm not really sure, kind of like, whether that's something that's blocking what's going on, because I'm not the only YouTuber that's having issues with it at the moment. I believe, Graham, you've had some issues with it, because Graham's also a YouTuber. Pengers has had some issues. So, the fancy graphics are there, but hopefully if they come up, then great. But otherwise, it could be in your settings, that you have your settings set to private. But yeah, I will definitely keep looking at it. So before all of this, Graham, who are you captaining this week, my friend, my buddy?
I'm always the type of manager, I'm like, everyone's going to captain this guy or those players. I need that differential, but I'm not. I'm going back into the restart with KDB. I think he's the safest option and probably the most chosen, out of fear and out of being sensible, basically. So KDB is the guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing a lot that Aguero isn't starting tonight, which concerns me, obviously. Ooh. As somebody who cannot look past him as the captain this game week. I'm struggling a little bit, I have to say, because it is a bit worrying, and I don't feel hugely comfortable about it, but I just can't not captain him, if that makes sense. Like, even if he doesn't play from the start, I still think he can come on and be quite dangerous. And and with that, I just can't really look, can't really look past him as a captaincy option at all. So yeah, that I probably end up sticking with him, much to my kind of stupidity. I'm sure it's blind love rather than sensibility, especially if we do hear beforehand that that he's not starting, and I'm just like, oh, he's not starting, that's fine, I'll still captain him. I'm gonna have to hope he comes on and does some real stuff for sure.
Oh, he's definitely capable, isn't he? So even if he come on, he could get 2 goals. Even if he starts the next game, just say if he didn't start the game at all, he could get a hat-trick. He's that type of player. So you're going to get points with him, I think, no matter what. So absolutely nothing wrong with that choice in him.
Yeah, well, I hope so, buddy. I hope so. Okay, so this bit of the stream is meant to be a lot of fun. And this is a stream idea I have had for a very long time. And hopefully now it will come to you guys and you will love it. But it's a lot of fun. It requires you guys to be full on in the chat with me. This is why I have Graham here, because he's going to help me out. He's going to be my vice captain. He's going to, or vice manager even, and help me out on this. And basically, what we're going to do is choose the dream team for the next game week. So that is what we're going to do now. We have to literally sit here. We're going to work out a team of 11. We'll chuck anybody in the gaps, and we're going to work out a dream team. But before I do that, you may have noticed that this is a new team, and for that we need some permission. So hopefully we have a little special guest joining us, hopefully, if they pick up the phone. Now, I wonder if she'll answer. We might have to try her later if she doesn't answer.
She's got to answer. Come on.
Come on. What are you doing? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with her. I might have to try her other phone.
She's picking her FPL team.
Yeah, well, we're doing that for her. So. Hang on, let me try her other number. I don't know. I said to her, be free between 3 and 4, and she's I mean, she can't even say that she's off out gallivanting at the minute, can she, really? Under these circumstances.
Penguin said, who wants to be a millionaire? Phone a friend.
Yeah. I don't think I'd be putting her down. Gonna let me down like this. You announce I'd be on the £1 million question, I'll just get ringing.
We got the chat, so we can ask the audience. That's fine.
Yes, I heard the phone, and by the time I got to it, I stopped.
Oh no, that's no good. So everybody that's live on stream, this is my nonna.
The other phone is ringing now.
The other phone is ringing. This is TV Gold. So yes, my nonna has allowed us permission, effectively, to set up a team no name. She's a big football fan, and that was due to my uncle.
Want me a mother.
So, hello. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
So, basically, we just want you to clarify that you're all good with us creating a dream team for you.
Yes, darling. Yeah.
Yeah. And can you tell everybody who's watching the stream who your favourite Premier League player is? Is it?
Oh, it's got to be Marcus, hasn't it?
Oh, Mr. Ashford, you like it after what he's just done?
Him, top of the pops.
Yes, no, that was very good what he's done recently, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So actually, maybe we could stick him as the first person in our team just for you. I think we can do that.
Okay, I think he deserves it.
I think okay then, Nonna. He doesn't have a double game week, mind you, but I think we can add some others around him to make up for it.
Anything else, darling, I can do to help you?
No, that's it. Thank you very much. You may get back to your busy lifestyle now, and whoever was ringing on the other phone.
Your mum.
That was probably her telling you to pick up the phone. Bye.
Bye.
There we go. So yes, effectively this is my nonna's team. So we are going to stick Rashford in that first position for her. I think it's only fair, seeing as she picked him as her first player in. So what we're going to do is, and he could easily be in that dream team sheet, couldn't he, Graham?
Absolutely.
Come the end of the week.
Easily. He looks like a right athlete. He's got the same mentality as Cristiano Ronaldo when he trains. And obviously the proof is on the pitch, and now he's back. Let's see what he can do. So Nonna's 11, a dream team, looking good already.
It's looking
Bless her.
good already.
That's brilliant.
So this isn't going to be a competitive team, as in we're not worried about rank, we're not worried about mini leagues or anything like that. We are literally just choosing the best players for the week based on their fixtures. So we're going to need, I think, just one premium up front, should we say, Graham? Because obviously we need to fill the team and
allow budget.
Yeah, because obviously this team has to run week to week. So we're going to need two premiums in midfield, 2 premium defenders. I think maybe if we can afford it, and then maybe one premium goalkeeper. But we don't have to play those if we think cheaper people are better off. So in the chat, guys, come on, we need a premium striker. Give me a premium striker. Are we going Aubameyang or Aguero? Let's see it in the chat.
Or Ubergini or the Aguero.
What do we think, peeps? Or is there somebody else, do we think? Vardy, maybe? He has a great fixture, doesn't he? We've got a KDB has to be in. I agree with that. What do you think, what do you think? Aguero, KDB? What do you think, Graham? KDB has to go in, doesn't he?
I think because we all know what KDB's done this season, it's got to be KDB edging that, I think.
Yeah, okay, go on then. We'll give KDB a spot then. I don't want to fill this team all with double game week players, because I'm just thinking, like, there are some single game week players, and I'm looking at your Salahs and your Manes that basically just could smash it this week and could easily make the dream team next week. What do you think?
Absolutely. They could double, couldn't they? And
They
say,
could.
well, you had your double games, guys, and we've matched you.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
So I think we got a lot of love for Alba in the chat. So okay, so we will make for you guys. We will make Alba the main man this week.
Go on, Alba.
There we go. He's in for you guys. So, I think my nonna will be good with that as well. Although, you know, my nonna grew up in a household with like Spurs and Arsenal people, so I think she kind of goes back and forth between who she is, but she's a big Kane fan. I'm surprised she didn't say him, actually. I was a bit shocked by the Rashford pick. But no, he's been doing good recently, hasn't he? So what do we think then? Do we think Salah or Mane is going to make it on the dream team next, come the end of this game week, before next game week?
Get it in the chat, guys. What do you think,
come
Salah or
on.
Mane?
What do we
Come
think?
on,
Salah or
help us.
Mane,
This is
or
your team as well, guys.
do we go Sterling? That is the question. We need to have another premium spot there. I don't know, you know, I think Liverpool are going to be hungry for it. I think they're going to be hungry for it.
Nim, quick question.
Yes,
are
buddy.
we comparing this dream team to the actual dream team that Fantasy puts up every week? See
Yes,
if the players have made it.
That's exactly what we're doing, buddy. Great question.
Excellent.
So when they release the dream team that they put out on their website, come next stream, which will be between the 2 game weeks that we do, won't it, Graham?
Yep.
We will look at that and we'll see how many we got right, how many we got wrong, and then we'll do all this all over again and see if we can like guess the next one. So
awesome. Challenge is on then, everybody.
yes, so we literally, this is it. This is you guys now. It's all you in the chat. We need to choose the best dream team. So
in the chat, Nim, it looks like a vast majority have gone with Mane.
Mane, yeah, I'm seeing that. Okay, let's get Mane in then. Cool. Mane in. Okay then. So let's go with our premium defender for the minute. So, are we going with a double game week premium or are we going to single? I mean, Trent, I still think he could be an option, you know?
So dangerous
I
with
know.
the attacking returns, not just defensively, is it?
Even
It's what he
Robertson
does.
or Van Dijk, any of those Liverpool defenders could be quite big, couldn't they, this week?
Absolutely. What about the likes of Laporte coming back? He was big
Yeah.
for City previously.
Yeah, the only thing that worries me slightly about him is the whole, he was injured, then he got better, and then Pep didn't really play him when he got better, if you see what I
Okay,
mean. Well, he
yeah.
did a little bit. In fact, let's have a look. Let's have a look at his minutes.
But yeah, definitely.
I keep
Oh,
forgetting you guys can actually like see the screen now. Like, this is new for me. Because on the Wildcats, like, Jay controls all of this. I'm like, I don't know what you can and can't see. Okay, so yeah, so for instance, I think he came back around here, 22, 23. And then he only got 77 minutes against Sheffield. And then he didn't play him against Tottenham. And then he got 60 minutes against West Ham, 37. Is that 37? Yeah, 37, I think, or 57 against Leicester. And then nothing against Man United.
No, ignore me. He's got to earn his stripes again,
Yeah.
hasn't he?
I mean, he's great for a double game week, isn't he? Let's be honest. Like, there's that nostalgia thing. And I think he will get game time over the 2 matches. But do we really think he's going to make the dream team? That's the question.
Not first game week
Ooh.
back. I wouldn't have thought so. But the chat is saying like a lot of Alonso's in there.
Yes, now that's a shout.
TAA is definitely in there. Doherty's popped up.
Yeah, I've got Doherty in my team actually. Defenders.
Me too. Guilty.
I think let's put Trent and Alonso in, and then we can go with budget after that. Is it? I think. If we need to downgrade one of them, we will. I think that's probably the best thing to do. And the idea about this, guys, is I know it's a bit of fun for us and we get to choose this each week. But I hope it will help you guys as well with your teams, because sometimes we get a bit wrapped up in seeing everything on Twitter and Instagram, and we kind of like, you know, we can forget some of the cheaper picks and things, you know, and the form, in particular, the form from the previous week. You know, there might be one player that's really done well, and they're going to be the most obvious thing on the dream team. But sometimes when you look at the dream team, you think, wow, I didn't even notice that person, and they've got an awesome fixture next game week, you know? So hopefully it will help you guys. Okay, we've got Edison at the back. Do we all agree with Edison?
Ooh.
Not sure, you know.
What do you think, goalkeepers, guys?
Henderson. Or would we go... I don't know, it's kind of Henderson or Edison this game week, isn't it?
I think Henderson's very popular choice. I've got Leno, but if I had my chips still, I would have actually gone Henderson.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, something popped up in the chat then. It caught
That's
my,
all. Yes,
yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. Okay then. It's very split between Henderson and Edison. I think the majority are going to go with Henderson this week. Do we think he will be the dream? I mean, Pope doesn't have a great fixture against City, so he's a no-go. Patricio, maybe? I mean, that could be a shout against West Ham. Like you said, Leno. Yeah.
You've got to look, I think, what do you think? Look at the clean sheet, the fixture, and the possibility of save points. Is their goal going to get peppered?
I think we'll go, I think we'll go Edison, shall we? Actually, no. Let's go Henderson. Let's go with the majority. I think, in fact, should we actually have a look how many transferred who in? Do you know, it's been so long since I've done this.
It's getting all used to it again, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's good. It's a good
Henderson
thing. It's good to be back.
is there, so he is in. Okay, so guys, as this is a dream team, I'm just going to go right ahead with the goalkeepers, and I'm just going to choose a Stecklenburg to stick in that second spot, just because we won't be playing the second goalkeeper. We're only worried about starting 11 here. Effectively, we could put maybe one or two players on the bench that we think could come in, just in case, you know, a Mane or a Trent or an Alonso, even a Rashford or a single game week doesn't play, basically. But I don't think we need to worry about it too much. Okay then, so what are we thinking for our cheapies? I think Grealish might go in here, but I mean, do we think he's going to make the dream team? That's an interesting one.
I think that's very split, isn't it? Especially on Twitter with everyone. A lot of people.
I say this because for the same sort of price, Graham, we could be looking at a Barnes. We could be looking at a Mount. You know.
Yeah, I was between them both actually.
We could be looking at anyone in that 6 mil. I mean, we got to try not to get too fixated with this double, because I think in the dream team, I don't think the dream team is going to be filled with double game week players. I just don't think it will. I'm not feeling it. So what do we think, guys, in terms of a budget midfielder but not too budget? So we're talking 6 mils. Are we talking Grealish? Are we talking Mount? Are we talking Barnes? Do we have a favourite? You've got a few seconds in the chat to give me a Grealish, Mount or Barnes. I think it's between those three. Go. It's a race now.
No pressure, guys. Come on. Time's a ticking.
Come on, people. So, we've got a shout for Sarr now. Yeah, he's a good shout as well. I don't mind him, you know. He could be in there as well. If I get enough love for Sarr, then he could. I'm good with putting Sarr in.
He can explode, can't he? Into points, you know.
Yeah.
And
it's very mixed, you know.
You know, I'm excited to compare it next time when the teams do come in. It's exciting.
For sure. Pulisic might be a shout. Mount, we've got another Mount. Oh, it's very mixed. People are not sure. They're not sure. And Mig with his Crystal Palace love has gone for Zaha, saying that he plays Bournemouth. So that's a good shout.
Mig, I didn't expect you to pick them two. I really didn't.
Okay. This will be interesting as well, I think, to see when we look at like the percentage owned, how many of them actually, came up trumps in the end. So Grealish is by far the most selected in that price range. Maddison, though,
Yeah.
he's sneaking up a bit there.
Yeah, Leicester chasing up the table, aren't they? They've still got a lot to play for.
What we say on Maddison, people in the chat? Are we sticking him in? I think he could be a bit of a shout. We all think about, Barnes in that team, but
it's a tough one, this one, I think. This is probably the toughest one so far.
Yeah, for sure. Maddison has done nothing in quite a long time. The last goal he got was in game week 21. So yeah, not feeling that one. Mount scored a goal in the last game week before the postponement, and then in game week 25 had 2 assists, so he's done okay. Grealish I know hasn't done anything for a while, because I did an Aston Villa video for Scout, and it was a couple of game weeks before he got, I think game week 26 he got an assist, and then game week 23 got a goal. I mean, I'm hoping he does incredibly well this week, given the situation, but I don't know. Shall we, because we don't have many double game week players so far, should we stick Grealish in? He seems quite highly selected by the peeps this week as well. And then if we have enough for that 4th midfielder spot, we'll go with Barnes or Sarr, I think, because they seemed the most popular in the chat, didn't they?
Yeah, so that will work for now, won't it? Because this is a difficult one.
It is. So I'm assuming, people, seeing as I saw Lundstrom's name on the team sheet, that our 3rd defender spot is going to Lunny.
Lord Lundstrom, get in there.
Are we all good with that? Let's have some hearts in the chat for Lord Lundstrom. I think the only other person has got to be like a Bolly or Sace maybe for Wolves. But they don't have the double game week. I don't know. I mean, over Doherty, I'm not sure that they're worth the shout. So we got one heart in the chat from you.
Yeah, it's from me, isn't it? We're asking everyone else to put hearts, and I'm the only one that's put
guys,
one.
what do we think of Lord Lunny? Or is there somebody? Oh, there we go. Now they're coming.
Oh, there we go, Fumni. Thank you.
Yeah, woohoo. Okay, Lord Lundstrom is in, and that's purely FPL nostalgia right there, isn't it? Let's be honest. We all love a bit of Lord Lundstrom.
Yeah, okay, absolutely.
Then. Yeah, so I actually think this is looking quite good. Now, we could go with a Sarr or a Mount in that, or Barnes in that 4th midfielder spot, or we could go with a complete punt in Saka, or we could go cheap up front with your boy Nketiah. Focus.
Yes, Nketiah, isn't it now?
Nketiah, yes, that's it. I should have him in my team, shouldn't I? Quick. To be fair, it would mean dropping Jimenez right now, and we have just been terrified on Instagram before we came on by Integrity, who told us that Jimenez's wife had gone into labour, and we all had a bit of a meltdown on Instagram. We really don't know whether those rumours are true, so don't take that with any real serious kind of... The rumour mill goes into absolute madness at this point, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
So, it really... I saw an Aston Villa team sheet printed off by someone at home on A4 paper, just like to say, oh, it's official. Here's the lineups.
Oh, so was that not official then? I
don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh, no way. So actually, I thought that might have been official. So Yeah, no, I know people are just crazy, aren't they? To be honest, you take your kind of chances, don't you? You have to,
Yeah.
really.
Well, now we know sort of Sheffield United have got injuries. Does that actually mean that Lundstrom's got more chance of getting in
I
even
think
more
so.
minutes now?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Yeah, great option then.
yeah, I
I
think with
think.
O'Connell out, I'd be shocked not to see Lundstrom starting, put it that way. So, for sure. Okay. I think, I don't know, I'm gonna, okay, guys, in the chat, we want, what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? Let's have a think here. We want a red circle for Nketiah and we want a white circle for Saka. Go. And whichever one wins out, we will stick them in that spot. So go. We want red for Nketiah. We want a white circle for Saka. So
Come on, you Reds.
yeah, exactly. And I almost wore my Arsenal shirt, focus, and then realised we might have started to look like Arsenal fan television if we were both wearing our
we don't want to
shirts.
go that far, do we?
Yeah, and especially because we're probably going to get stuffed tonight. So
Oh, I know. Oh, poor Arteta.
So yeah, Integrity's kind of towed the line with both. Oh, we've got one red from Michelle. Thanks, Michelle. Oh, we got a white from Mo. Oh gosh, this one's gonna be tough.
Oh,
I mean, we may end up with both in the team at some point, but we won't be starting. We probably won't be starting either, to be fair. But it's just to kind of we might play Saka as a fourth mid if we put him in, but yeah.
I think Saka will start.
Oh, okay, let's.
But I think if Nketiah comes on, I think he's more explosive.
Should we have a look at Nketiah? Let's have a look at them, shall we? See
Good
what
old
they did
Eddie.
before we actually make decisions.
7 points against Everton, Nim. Nketiah.
Okay, so Saka played 90, 90, 45, 90, 72, 90. Ooh, that sounds good. Mind you, that was mostly when he was playing at the back, wasn't it? And he got 1, 2, 3, 4 assists in that time. It's pretty good. And then we have the goal against Everton for Nketiah.
Yeah, which I didn't even know, to be honest, but I thought he was more of a cup scorer.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, we got a lot of reds going in now. Okay, let's stick Nketiah in as the cheap forward spot. Okay.
Well, there seems to be a lot of reds, but Integrity's put his red quite a few times.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's deceiving me. I have to look at the name, not just the reds.
I tell you what, I think let's put them both in. And here's what I'm thinking. We put them both on the bench, and then next week we see if either one of them make it to the dream team. What do you think?
Yeah, see which one comes out on top.
Come out on top. It's
the
Nim versus Graham challenge.
The experiment to see who gets the points, who gets the minutes.
Exactly. Okay then. So we've got. I think we need to fill in another defender spot now. What do we think? I think we've got 13.4. I mean, it's not masses, is it? I think we have to go with some cheapies here. So we're gonna have at least one person who's definitely on the bench, aren't we? So I do know of somebody incredibly cheap that we can stick in one of those spots that I'm not sure will get any game time, but it's not going to matter because he's not going to make the team. So that's Hamadi, and that leaves us 9.3 in the bank. So we've got a shout for Lascelles. Yeah, he could be a shout. He's got a good game week.
Ollie.
We don't have a Wolves defender yet, and they have a good game week.
That's true. West Ham, isn't it? Wolves are playing.
Yeah. Kelly is quite highly chosen this week. Sayonchu. Or we could take a bit of a punt on the new Justine fella for Leicester. Now, I've been kind of fancying this guy. He was mentioned on our Wildcats pod the other day. And he's 4.7. And he's in now because Pereira is out until the end of the season. So I think maybe we could go with him. He could be a bit of a punt. And he's got...
Absolutely.
He's got... who does he have?
Is this Justin James?
Yes. James
Yeah,
Justin.
absolutely. Yeah, I think because Brendan Rodgers, he likes to play young players, and he certainly didn't buy him for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Now Pereira's out, I think Brendan won't have no fears in playing him. Absolutely.
Yeah. I just think, like, in terms of the dream team, it's all about the amount of points they're going to get. So either we have to be looking at 2 clean sheets in a double game week, or clean sheet and a return, maybe like we'd look at, say, Lunny for, or just flat out returns like we've got in Trent and Alonso. Now, for me, I could easily see Justin like assisting Vardy or Barnes or something like that down the wing. So I don't know. I mean, I think it could work. What do we think? Can we get some blue hearts in the chat if we think Justine should take that last, or Justin should take that last spot? We'd have to wait for that to come through while the peeps
They're all debating.
Decide.
That's what we like, though.
I'll have to get like a little countdown timer clock, won't I? Do 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 do. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. What's Penga saying? Fraser's rejected a short-term contract with Bournemouth, doing a pie out now, looks like. Oof. Okay. Any worries over Lundstram at all and losing his place to Burge? I mean, it's a distinct possibility, but Lundstram did so well in the friendlies. I just can't see it. So, we got a couple of blue hearts.
Yeah.
And people saying the Fleck news is obviously good for good news for Lunny. Okay, so we don't have much left in that that last midfielder spot. Yeah, so I think we will have to play Nketiah or Saka if we're going for those guys, or we're gonna have to drop Alonso or Trent, I think, to get to a Barnes or a Sarr. So what are we thinking in the chat, peeps? Let's hear it.
Yep, Fleck is injured, FPL station.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's a case of O'Connell has been definitely kind of...
wrote off.
Yeah, like the Telegraph has come out and said O'Connell's not playing, and then it's Fleck is an injury doubt, or is a doubt, sorry, just a doubt. And if it's one thing us FPL managers hate, and that's doubt.
Doubt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'd do without the doubt.
We could do without the doubt. We hate the doubt. It scares us completely. It freaks us out. Because we're like, all we want is some, like, just some solid news. Please, people. Like, do not scare us. Do not scare us. Yeah, so.
Oh, it's a tough one, though. If you drop Trent or you drop Alonso, which one would you drop? That's the... Or should we fill it first and then drop? Or...
Yeah, I think let's fill it first. I mean, if we had 0.1 more, we could have stuck Cantwell in there. And given his game week, he's a possible shout for that spot, I think.
Southampton and Everton.
you know.
fighting relegation. Campbell seems to be one of the players that does do well for him.
We could just drop Al Mohammadi down then to an anybody, really, couldn't we? We're not really going to be... The only issue this might become for us by having somebody completely, like, off the chart with a defender is just that, obviously, price-wise. Because, yeah, we could lose a bit of cash on the low ones. But to be honest, usually if they're low-owned, then... I tell you what, shall we put Shalotto in? That's your Shalotto.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that works. 4 mil, he's in. Right, okay. So, do we think this is the squad? Now, I'm going to confirm it, and then we can get it lined up, and then we can decide if we want to make any changes. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Right, this is the Dream Team stream. Or should we just call it the Dream Team? We'll call it the Dream Team.
Nana's 11.
Yeah, Nana's 11. Yeah, I'll call it Nana's Dream Team. There we go. Can we have gaps? Don't know. It's been so long. Can't remember. There we go. We can. Nana's Dream Team. Actually, I have to change that as well. She's Irish, not English. She won't appreciate me for that. Okay, so we want to take yeah, so that's it initially.
Taking shape.
That is it initially. Now I'm loving the punts in this. I am loving the punts in this. So what do we think, guys? Do we think that's our dream team for the week? Do we think the players we have here are going to be the players that are going to get the most points in these positions this game week?
Yes or no in the chat, guys. Help us out. This is your team as well.
Yeah, this is all about you guys as well. So
we can compare it next stream to see if they made it or not. That's the exciting part.
Yeah, for sure. In fact, we'll put NK first because he's got the double. And then... Oh, Integral says no Grealish. No to Alonso. Oh, it's all changing now. We don't think Alonso could... Are we worried about Alonso starting? Is that the issue? I think that could be the issue with Alonso. So, oh, bye, phone me. See you later. Because I just think if he plays his attacking threat against Villa, he could easily be on that dream team next game week. For sure. Yeah. I think we stick with this. I just think Alonso could do well against Aston Villa. Especially if he starts, I think he could be up there. The whole point about this is that we don't go for the obvious, like, everywhere. Because we want to get the people that are going to make that dream team. And I just can't see that dream team being filled with all double game week players. We do it every year to ourselves, don't we, us FPL managers? We fill our teams with the double game week players. And how many times do we sit here and go, actually, a single game week player did better. So I think...
So frustrating.
Yeah, I honestly think we should try and, like, you know, stick to some of the kind of single game week players as well as some punts. And I do think Aston Villa is so woefully poor at times that I mean, a Tammy or a Mount, you know, would be great in this team, but I don't think we can afford it with that defence. So no. I think Alonso's a good shout at the moment for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, earlier on in the chat, most people did vote for Alonso, and that's why he's in there.
Yeah.
And then later on in the chat, you're going to have the odd comment saying their sort of choices, but it is a group thing, isn't it? And most people did vote Alonso in. So.
Yes, good point. Okay, so quickly just go to go to Scout and let's see who Scout have as their vote for captain this game week.
Remember, everyone, give the video a like. There's 50 of you in here, so
yes,
get
please
liking.
do like and subscribe. Please, guys, if you're enjoying this, I will be back between game weeks, so I do appreciate that. If you hit that notification bell, you'll know exactly when I'm going live, but it'll be in the afternoons like this. You know, the evenings are so saturated already, so I'm just trying to provide something a bit different for you guys. Plus, I go live with the FPL Wildcats in the evenings, so I want to provide something a bit different for you guys. Okay, who are we gonna... I'm gonna go Sterling, you know. If I could have put a punt for the dream team this week off of my own back, I would have put Sterling in. But I'm interested to know what the Scout poll says for captain.
Yeah.
Ooh, De Bruyne. Now we have him in our team. Are we going with the Scout? Who are we going to put our captaincy on? Now this bit isn't quite as important, obviously, because we're not going for points. But I think it's just a fun little thing to add to our little team. Do we think De Bruyne captain? Let's hear it in the chat, peeps.
To scout or not to scout?
Yes. Do we go with the majority? Like, the reason I do that on the Scout website is really good to get a good gauge of a lot of people, what their thoughts are on who they're going to captain. So I think it's always a good place. Fantasy Football Scouts, always a really great place to go and kind of get all those tips and hints and stuff from. So make sure you head on over there if you've got any last minute bits and pieces to check. Oh, Nonna's not calling you now, is she?
No, I thought it was going to be her for a minute complaining about the team.
Yeah, like, no, not Kevin, put it on Rashford. We'll have a quick look at the predicted lineups and see if so Scout don't think that Saka's going to start. They've got your boy Nketiah in there.
Yeah, Nketiah was the one that was calling me, you see, because he's going to score.
Oh, maybe we should put him in over Saka. Feeling like we should put him in over Saka now.
Come on, Eddie.
Okay, let's have a quick look. Quick look at... Have I just gone past Sheffield? Yeah, they've got Lundstrom in, so I'm pretty happy to
Rashford skipper for Nonna, says Integrity.
Yes, actually, that would be quite something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the starting point.
I just think as well, I mean, Tottenham weren't particularly solid at the back before we left, and I just think there'll be a few slip-ups there. I know United are away, but yeah, let's do it. Let's do it for Nonna. I mean, it's not about points, is it, in the dream team? So we definitely don't want our vice captain to be Henson, though. We'll go with De Bruyne for vice, I think.
Switch it up just that little bit, and nothing wrong with Rashford. He'll do well, I feel.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so whilst I have you guys in the chat and we're still going strong, I have a competition at the minute, and we want you guys to, in fact, let me quickly go to the fixtures. Okay, so just set this up a second for you guys and double check something. And who we got in the chat there, Graham? Maybe you could chat me through who's in the in the chat while I'm just checking.
I was just replying. Let's have a look. We've got Rob MCD in there saying Sterling for me, lads. Have Aguero and KDB. FPL Codebreaker saying nice.
Nice.
FPL Penguin saying I deserve a promotion. And he says, do it for Nonna. We're doing it for Nonna.
Yeah, we're going to captain Rashford for Nonna. Okay, so I have teamed up with Fantasy Football Factory, and we're going to run a prize for you to guess, a competition in the and there's going to be one every 3 game weeks. So there's one for a kickoff, and then there'll be one every 3 game weeks until the end of the season. So if you'd like to win yourself a mouse pad or fridge magnet or a nice key ring, as you should hopefully see on screen now, then we want to know who we think the top scorer is going to be in the Man City Burnley match. So you have until the deadline, which is 8 o'clock on Monday night, to get all your answers. So whoever you think that is, we think it's going to be Aguero or Sterling. You might even think that, I don't know, Wood or Barnes. They could pop up with an odd one. I know you're a fan of one of those, aren't you, Focus?
Wood. I've have a love-hate relationship with Wood. Yeah. When he's good, he's firewood. FPL. Yeah, and when he's bad, he's deadwood.
So maybe you think Wood could be an option. What I need you guys to do is make sure you are following at Football Factory on Twitter. So what you can see on screen there, that's their handle. The link is in the description below. Make sure you're subbed to this channel. And what I need you to do in the comments section below is give me the name of the player you think will score the most points, FPL points that is, in that last game, Man City Burnley of this game week, in game week 30 plus. And you can guess whoever, and one entry preferably, because we'll just take your first one. And if we get more than one of you getting correct answers, we'll stick you in and we'll randomise a winner. But it has to be UK, I'm afraid, because of postage, pretty much. They've been kind enough to kind of team up, but yeah, UK postage. So make sure you're following them on Twitter, again, link below, subscribing to my channel, and then not in the chat, but make sure you leave down in the comments below who you think will be the highest FPL point scorer in the Man City Burnley match, and it will be closing at 8 o'clock on the deadline, so you'll even get to see the team sheet. I'm being that kind to you. You'll get to see the team sheet, so you'll get to know exactly who's playing in that match, and you could take a punt now if you like, if you're not sure. But yes, I will allow you to see the team sheet if you like. So yes, that is the competition. So make sure you do that, guys, because the more that these go well, hopefully we'll be able to do more and stuff in the future. It's all about supporting each other and the channel, so thank you for that. And yeah, so this is then the dream team. We're all set, and next week we will go over whether or not it did well. And before I sign off, I'll just quickly say hello to some peeps in the chat, see what people are saying. Have we had any more leaks? Michelle saying Kevin or Mane, yeah. Mick said, I find out all of you haven't liked the video and talk you endlessly about boring historical stuff. Do you like it? Sterling. Rob says Sterling. Yeah. If I was choosing my dream team this week, I think it would have Sterling in it. And yeah, in fact, in my fan team, I put him in and made him captain because I had a dream that he scored. And usually when I have those kind of dreams, something good happens.
We'll see if that comes to fruition.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I think that's... Hey, Nathan's in. And I think that's pretty much everybody. Thank you all for watching. And I will wrap it up there because I know you guys will be eager to get back to doing any last tinkering to team for like whatever you do. I do not want you guys to kind of miss out on the deadline. So that's important to me because I know that I wouldn't want that either. So for sure, I definitely want you guys to kind of have enough time to do some tinkering. So on that note, thank you so much for watching. Thanks again to you, Graham. And do check out his channel, Fantasy Football Focus. And yes, check out Penger's channel as well, the FPL Penguin. And the FPL Wildcats are the guys. So FPL TV, Kurtioy, JNO, they're all on the FPL Wildcats with myself. So good luck, everybody. I hope you have the most amazing game week. You have a lot of fun and enjoy it. And I will be back, hopefully, if you guys have all enjoyed this, with another stream in between the game weeks where we'll have a look how this dream team did and choose another one. Plus, I'll go over how my team's doing because I'm going to do a video every Thursday. But I won't do one this Thursday because obviously there won't be enough of a game week in that time. So I will update you on how my team's going in between the two fixtures. And then I'll do a video for you the following Thursday so that you have like a good idea of what's going on. But yeah, like it hasn't been going good for me, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not feeling particularly brave or you know, particularly confident about the game week. So just gonna try and have some fun with it. So until next time, guys, I will see you